Hello everybody, my name is Jennifer Pham and today I am proudly presenting the effects of microplastics on Earth's aquatic ecosystems, plus how us humans can come together and contribute to help out the environment. The underlying issue that we're talking about today is that there is too much of a buildup of plastic pollution. Over time, that pollution breaks down smaller and smaller day by day into soon enough it will turn into microplastics. Since plastic pollution is found in a majority of our aquatic ecosystems, it is found in oceans, rivers, and lakes, any body of water, there will be most likely plastic pollution. With this pollution, it causes a variety of negative externalities that I will get into further into this presentation. Some problems that it will cause to the ecosystem is disruption in the food chain, decline in marine life health, and decrease in biodiversity. Therefore, human action is needed so we can protect our environment and our animals that live within our aquatic ecosystems. To start off, what exactly are microplastics? It comes from human-produced plastics that are usually made for daily use, such as bags, bottles, packages, including food packaging or packaging regarding to toys and our supplies. Over time, it will start to degrade and break down. It is considered a microplastic when it's typically 5 millimeters or smaller. And how exactly do these plastics end up in our water? A recent study shows that an annual flow of 1.15 to 2.41 million tons of plastic from the rivers wash out into the sea. Even with our wastewater facilities, it is unable to filter out all the microplastics, which easily lets it pass through the water streams and into our oceans. Humans cause plastic pollution by illicit dumping, coastal tourism, and fishing, and other human activities that take place on the water. The impacts that microplastics have on marine life is, it is so small in size it can be ingested by fish, planktons, phytoplanktons, microorganisms, benthic organisms, which are typically found on the primary stages of the food chain. Some negative impacts include cell death, damaged digestive tracts, damages between reproductive and nervous systems. It's able to enter bloodstreams, which will cause DNA damage and even neurotoxic diseases. Another issue that arises from microplastics is the loss of biodiversity. Biodiversity is crucial to a healthy environment because each organism plays a part in the ecosystem. If you lose biodiversity, then the health of the ecosystem also begins to decline. This starts from bioaccumulation, which basically microplastics accumulate in marine life's bodies, which will further cause damage in their health, which will cause an increased risk of growth inhibition, dysbiosis within the guts, which is basically an imbalance of microorganisms within the animal's guts, and weight loss. With that will cause a higher death rate of the fish. Higher risk of health issues leads to the fish being more susceptible to death. As I mentioned before, this will cause a disruption in the food chain. Since it is so small in size, microplastics are easily transported through the food chain from phytoplanktons to fish to bigger fish and even whales. This then will also affect humans through the consumption of fish. Since microplastics are found in fish and we are eating that fish, that will then include us in the food chain, leading that microplastic into our bodies. So what can we do to help this issue? We can help this issue by educating people, motivating people to recycle, volunteer for plastic cleanups, whether that be by the beach, by the river, at the park, making more mindful decisions, thinking about, do I really need the straw today? Do I really want a plastic cup to go today? Well, even though I'm sitting inside of a cafe, I can opt out to drink out of a glass cup instead of a plastic cup. I feel that small changes and decisions day by day will make a big impact. I also feel that a lot of people are not educated about plastic pollution, so spreading the awareness of plastic pollution and the harms it causes to our environment will help people also make changes in their daily lives to make a big change for our planet. To summarize this presentation, plastic pollution is getting out of hand. It is becoming a bigger issue since that plastic is being broken down into smaller and smaller pieces that are considered as microplastics and can be consumed easily by marine life. It is consumed by fish and is consumed by other aquatic organisms. With the consumption of microplastics, it increases the risk of diseases, GI damage, and effects on nervous and reproductive systems. It negatively impacts the food chain and biodiversity, which are crucial to a healthy, happy environment, let alone an ecosystem. We can make a change that is including me and you by reducing plastic usage and educating those around us about the harmful effects of plastic pollution. Thank you so much for tuning into my video today. I can't wait to see your guys' videos, and I can't wait to see what you guys have to say about mine.